Hi, I'm William Tenholder. I've been playing for over 50 years and I've won thousands of games around the world. And now I'm going to show you a really high level chess game. And I'm going to move along quickly because I actually have some food ready to eat. so uh, let's move along quickly. We've got the English opening there. We all know that. And this will be, for advanced players, I'm going to move along quickly. So I'll bring out the other knight. It's easy. And so they continue on with their English defense. Um, that's no threat, so I just continue on and push the e5 pawn. Uh, yeah, that's pretty normal. Solidify their position in the English defense. So far, I think black is doing just great. And yeah, just an attack. Why not? Attack the and pin that knight. Can't cause any trouble. So we continue on. As normal, they attack the knight with their bishop, and I kick them out as usual, and they go out. And then I kick them out further. Many players don't like to do this because it weakens the king position. In this case, I think I was feeling pretty confident, maybe sometimes overconfident. So let's see how this transpires. Now we get into the real jungle. Yeah, so bishop moves back, attacking the pawn. And so now here is the surprise move. Yes, that is a surprise because now queen takes knight. And you're thinking, well, why? Well, let's look. Queen comes out, bishop comes out. And I'm thinking, well, I need to get into the center, and this is the way I'm going to do it. With the knight, so it's unopposed. Really, nothing's going to take it out. The black bishop is in no position to do that, and there are no pawns. So now I'm in a very strong position. King moves up, and I really don't know why. To be honest, I don't think that's a very smart move. However, I continue. Yeah, why not strengthen the position? Let that white bishop go, right? That white bishop's going to do some damage for sure. So far, I like my position. It's very strong. The knight comes out, of course, wanting to get rid of that knight, that nasty knight in the middle of the board. And I went first. Yep, take out that knight. And so let's see what happens next. Bishop takes knight. And now we're starting to see a plan form. And the white bishop comes out. It looks like the position's pretty equal. Now they want to get some movement using that pawn takes pawn, etc. I just castle. There's no threat to me. I've got two castles open, and I've got other plans. And now we're going to see the grand plan. So they move up the pawn to kick out the bishop. Wow. Now, we're all scratching our heads and thinking, how could you do a bishop sacrifice here? King takes bishop. This is all part of a grand plan. The pawn moves up. For a reason. It's opening up the center. Pawn takes pawn. Bishop attacks queen. It's all part of a plan. The Queen has only one place to move. Now that the queen is somewhat trapped, because it doesn't have many places to go, now the grand plan starts to come into effect. The X-ray attack on the king. Now, they don't want this pawn to move up. They don't like the X-ray attack. King is moving out of the way because it was technically under threat. So now it's all part of a grand plan. The rook comes in, and now these two center pawns are very strong. And let's see what they do. It's somewhat of a disguise that white pieces don't see what's coming. So they push up their pawn, thinking of a kingside attack. Now there's an attack coming through the center they didn't see coming. And how are they going to approach this? Because there's a grand plan. The grand plan is for checkmate. They take the pawn. Naturally, this was all considered in the plan that this pawn is going to block the white queen. Now the white queen has nowhere to go. It is totally useless. The black queen has full reign. Black queen comes in. Again, part of the plan, the master plan. King is in check. Moves over, and look at this. Bishop comes in for check. And the master plan is working beautifully. All of white's pieces are trapped because of that one pawn that they don't have time to move it. The king is under threat, so the king goes back. The queen says, well, now you're going to lose your rook, probably, but it's worse than that. The bishop comes back. The queen comes up, and the king is trapped. It's checkmate. Beautiful. This is master level, GM level. I love it. Enjoy your chess. Have a good night.